Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty playing some Neverwinter Nights 2 using the Subtlety of Thay mod. Alright, finished up here in House Lock. Looks like the next thing we have to do is go over to the inn and rest up until this place is rebuilt. So let's get out of here. Alright, well, yeah, since we haven't been to the Paladin Inn yet, we need to go over there to rest anyways while we're waiting for House Lock to get rebuilt. We might as well go check that out. There's probably some interesting stuff in there, I'm guessing. Let's go check it out. Looks like we have multiple doors in this place. Alright, let's go in this one, I guess. The Paladin Inn. Oh, there's quite a few people in here. A lot of citizens. The Runaway Boar Band! More citizens. Alright, let's go take a look around. Who's this? Another citizen. Not much to say. Does this go outside, I suppose? Yeah, it looks like it does. Let's see what's through this door real quick. And that probably goes outside too. Looks like just normal citizens. There's a waitress over there. Let's see if she says anything. This place is packed and my feet hurt. Please excuse me. Alright, and a bartender. Let's talk to him. Good evening, good sir. Welcome to the Paladin Inn. Is there anything I may assist you with? I'd like a room. Well, normally we'd have the finest of accommodations. However, we are quite booked. The whole city is, in fact. The best we may offer you is a servant's quarters. Let me say that it's quite nice by most standards. However, in this fine establishment, it's normally used for guards or servants of important dignitaries. It includes dinner, a course of turkey and wine with potato, breakfast, which is fine cornmeal biscuit and lamb gravy and fresh fruit, and free laundry service in the morning. It's 50 gold for one night, at the proper discount. Fine, I'll take it. Indeed, thank you for your patronage. The room is on the upper level, first door on your right. Okay. Doesn't appear there's anybody else down here. Alright, what's through this door? Looks like it goes outside too. Alright, let's go upstairs and check it out then. Who's this guy? Another citizen sitting there. This must be our room right here, if he's correct in giving us the directions. Who's in here? Some more citizens. And more citizens. Nothing interesting. And another one. Nothing interesting. Alright. Oh, this door's locked. We don't need anything in here. The room's clean. We've got food. Get lost. Okay. That must be for something. And this is our room. Alright, well, nothing else to do but rest and wait so we can continue on with this quest. There's the bed. Take a quick rest. Damn! Peldor, those screams! Did you hear that? There's something here. I can feel it. Something unnatural. Yeah. It looks that way. What the hell? What the hell's going on here? Alright. We got a cutscene. Oh, who the hell's this guy? Blood of Locke. You seek me out. For what reasons? Power. To restore honor to Locke. You mortals know little and forget too much. Come forward. Discover what you are seeking. My work in this city is unfinished. That was Boat of the Black. And we're supposed to fight that? How can we? I don't know yet, Mishka. He doesn't seem to want to kill us. Not yet, anyway. He said I should come forward to find out what I seek. I think he meant the room he just left. I can hear the screaming. I suppose we should help whoever's in there. Right. First thing, we need to help whoever that is. There may be some clues in there. Besides, whatever it is, it can't be worse than walking through the flames. Indeed, Bodif has left us little choice. Okay. Yep. I'm not gonna step through the flames. Ooh, there's bodies in here. An injured man. A dead shadow thief. Another dead one. And another one. And a basket back here. Severed hands. Two bloody, somewhat rotting hands. Alright, and there's an injured man in here. Please, you have to kill me! It killed everyone! The door broke open. The hallways were fire and death. It turned to us, one at a time, and spoke of ancient laws and crimes. Called us thieves and murderers. Whatever it was, it took its time. One by one, cut out tongues, eyes, and worse. Put the body parts in his robe to keep. Said they were no longer ours, but his. Damn. One by one to us all. And then it turned to me. My turn. It took my hands. I can't. My hands. Please, you have to kill me. Please. How am I to live with no hands? By the gods, he wanted me to see this. Disgusting. Sir, I cannot heal such a wound, but I can ease your suffering. Peldor, we need to get this man some help. It looks like his hands just rotted off. There's no bleeding, but this doesn't look good. The flames still burn in the hallways. If you can't help him, I'm not sure what we can do. Alejandra, do the best you can to help, but we need to ask some questions while he yet lives. Do you think there's any hope for him, Alejandra? These are no normal wounds. I'm not sure that even magic can give his hands back to him, but he may live. It may be our only chance to find Bodif before this happens again. Peldor, I'll do what I can here, but find out as much as you can. We are with the Shadow Lords. I've hurt a lot of people in my days. Innocent people, but we didn't deserve this. Bodif the Black, the one who killed your friends and nearly you, is the guardian of a tomb. Did you try and steal from there? No, never. I was born in Velprintalar, as were those before me. Never left the city. Ah, wench, that hurts. That's too tight. Be quiet. This will keep you alive, thief. Please, the bandages. If what you say is true, why were you hiding here? The door was locked, and you were with your friends. You knew something. Never said I wasn't hiding, but it wasn't from no ghost. The Shadow Thieves and the Shadow Lords are at war. We just pinched a shipment. Had to hole up. We had a lot of coin. This place has good food. We trapped the door, a window, but there's no stopping that thing. This thing, it wanted us. I need a drink. I'm gonna be sick, I think. Be still, save your strength. Need to know more. My healing will take effect soon. Why was he after you? Did he say anything? You say he, but that was no man. What could walk through traps like they weren't there? Break down the door with no effort? Strong magic. It cut my friends to pieces. They didn't even flinch. It spoke of old laws. Our blood was guilty. I'd never cross. Nothing like that. Old law? A feud from long ago? A blood oath broken, perhaps? How would I know what goes on in that thing's mind? I got no blood feud, but who knows about my kin? What's your name, thief? Family name's Lansing. Going to try to trace his bloodline back? See what comes up? The Houselock history is not well known. Much was lost in early Aglaron when the elves won the first wars. But if we can trace his name back to Bodif somewhere, we may be able to figure out why he's finding these people and killing them. What are you going to do now? I've got nothing else to say. Kill me, please. We need to get him some help. One of us will have to brave the flames. Very well, I will. Oh, what the hell? Was that a dream? The Lich. If it was a dream, I had the same one. It could not have been. Bodif was here. What the hell? Alright, everything's still the same out here. Yeah, all the civilians are still here. They're all still there. Nothing different there. Anything new in here? Strange. It's like nothing happened here. Powerful magic indeed, but we know the truth. The Great Library. That's our only chance. I hope you both like books. The Great Library, huh? Anything new in the basket? No. Alright. Well, that's obviously our next place we need to go to. Well, let's get on out of here. Damn, that was some spooky ass stuff, man. Alright. Let's see. Let's go out this door, make sure it does go outside. Alright, well. Great Library is right over here. Yeah, this big building here. Might as well go that place next. See where this quest is going to lead us to here. Anybody new out here? It's more citizens. And more citizens. Oh, Mishka's got something to say. So this is the Great Library of Aglaron. Maybe we'll find Lo inside. He would have liked this place. Lo, huh? Let's go check it out. The Great Library. It is most certainly a library. Who's this guy? Librarian. Let's talk to him. Welcome to the Great Library. You here for something? Yes, I'm looking for some information on Bodif the Black. Bodif the Black. Bodif the Black. Strange name. Definitely not Chisentian in origin, like so many of that era. But he is of old Aglaron, before it was Aglaron, but not long before. Most of the information there is in the Western Wing, but you may find a book or two of interest elsewhere, and you might find some fortune. You know, I remember a long time ago, I was talking with Meopolis the Wise. Of course, at the time, he was at least as old as I am now, and as young as you, which is to say quite a bit younger than I am now. In any case, it was the year of the Great Fire in the Temple of Ogma, which isn't standing where it is today, but where the Temple of the Triad is now. A few things have changed, you see, since then. I remember it well, because of the bee that stung me earlier. And he had made a jest at my expense that I thought of a particularly cutting retort a few days later about his shoes. Bright red and particularly gaudy. He's really not even talking to me anymore. Yeah. He's a little bit senile, it appears. Alright, he said somewhere to the west wing, so let's take a look at the map. Okay, probably over here somewhere. Who are these guys? Scholars. Wow, there's bookshelves everywhere. Alright, let's go this way first, I guess. Let's see what's on these bookshelves here. These shelves contain various volumes and tomes dealing mostly with religious aspects of Aglaron and the homes of the gods on the plains and Farron cosmology. Read one of the books on ancient evil. Alright, what's this one? The Worship of Saloon. Alright, let's just take a quick look at this one. Divination. And what is this one? Conjuration. Alright. Assuming this is the West Wing that he's talking about, let's take a look at these bookshelves. Read one of these books. The Symbol. And who is this? More scholars. Oh, here we go. Search for information on Both the Black. Here's something I found. It's strange that one of the most influential generals of Velprin was almost stricken from the history books and scrolls on the subject. There was some clear revisionism in history somewhere along the line. In any case, Both the Black was the true founder of House Locke, as much as we can gather from years of research. Not in name by any means, but rather by actions. Both the Black led a mercenary company and hired themselves out to Indrila, the queen of the Velprin Empire, short-lived as it was. However, Both the Black's men were so skilled in battle, they led the head of the army into every battle and came out virtually unscathed, no matter how grievous the losses on either side. He was a military genius by all accounts. His fate, though, is a mystery, as later manuscripts mention Loch Cole as the leader of this mercenary group, but whoever wished to destroy his name from memory missed a few documents from what is now the Pirate Isles detailing his past. Interesting. Both the Black was a bigger part of House Locke history than we thought, but why an evil lich now? Sounds like he should be respected. But what does this have to do with the thief Lansing? What does this mean? We were always told Both the Black was a dangerous villain, but according to this, he was one of our respected generals. I wonder if that's why he haunts our tomb. But he doesn't defile it, but guards it, so it can't be anger. I'm not sure what to think of this. Peldor, let's figure out how Lansing fits into all this. Okay. I wonder if the librarian would know anything more on that, so we don't have to look through all these damn bookshelves. Let's talk to the librarian again.
Hello there.
Yep, I'm looking for some information about the Lansing name. Lansing. You know, this old Aglaron history is becoming popular of late. Someone was just here a few weeks ago asking about it. Maybe months, but we don't get a lot of visitors through here. Look much like you, in fact. In any case, the Noble family shelf is the one to check in the West Wing. Might be something elsewhere, though. I remember when House Lansing came into power as a noble house not long after the war was over. They wanted to make the scorpion, their symbol, a part of the flag of Aglarond. A scorpion? They don't even live in Aglarond. Well, didn't at the time, but that was years ago before they started to bring them in because of the spider scares of 1134. I remember when Rolath the Wise, another of the sages in our little group, how he would terrorize the knights. Facts and trivia until dawn, I tell you. Alright. He's babbling again. Alright, somewhere over here again. On the west side. What was this one again? Nope. Must be this one over here then. We haven't looked at this one. Okay, you couldn't walk over that way, bro? Alright, let's look at this one. Yep. Search for information on the Lansing name. Here's something I found. House Lansing was a prominent but short-lived noble house, like most from the dissolved armies of Velprin. Mostly the men under the command of Herard Lansing, one of the lieutenants of Loch Cole, who went on to form House Locke. He fought valiantly in the wars and was rewarded with the title of nobility. Mostly he used his title to extort coin from the honest merchants on roads as a security tax. After years of that, he moved to Velprintalar to do the same to merchants. Nothing more than a common bandit with some added influence in politics. Within his lifetime, the title was removed and his house wiped out. Many of his family members, though not by blood, only in title, as is tradition, survived the trials that followed. And that was the legacy of House Lansing, short and destructive, and many thought good riddance. If the last set of books contained truth, he wasn't a lieutenant of Loch Cole, but Both the Black. If that thief was a relative of the Lansing in this book, what does it mean? No mention of Bodif, but they mentioned he was a lieutenant of Loch Cole. The last book said Loch Cole replaced Bodif the Black, so it could be that Lansing was a former lieutenant of Bodif the Black. And if that thief was a blood relative of this Lansing, but why kill one of your own lieutenants many generations away? We need to find more names, Peldor. Okay. Back to the librarian, then. He's still over here stuck.
Hello there.
I'm looking for some information on the mercenary company of Bodif the Black. You know, a lot of his captains made prominent positions in Aglarondan history. Not Bodif himself, though. But they'll be named in detail in tomes chronicling the battles of Ingdal's Arm. That was when most of Indrilla's armies were destroyed, so the accounts of the survivors would be a good start. There's some freestanding shelves on the north side of the library. You'll see them there. It's always fascinated me how we are all interrelated if you track back far enough. We were discussing this with Loriar the Wise some years back, who he insisted had elf blood in him, but he vehemently denied. But if you trace back far enough, you'll be surprised. It turned out all of us had elven blood except him, despite his elvish name. The gods know how that happened. Alright, he's just babbling again. Alright, somewhere on the north side this time. Oh, here's a named guy right here. Who's this guy? Let's talk to him. A raven.
Well met.
What? What is that you have there? What, this book? I found it in the palace. Oh, that must be that one... What is that book that we found? All about the Kira, yeah. Please, you must let me read it. I'll return it when I'm finished. Or perhaps I could offer you a sum of gold for ownership. I'll spare 75 gold for it right now. I was thinking more like 100. I don't think there's many copies of this book around. Of course, that's a small price to pay for the knowledge within. Take it, take it. Okay. Alright, oh, it was an appraise check we just did. Nice. We got 25 experience points and he gave us 100 coins for that book. Okay, yeah, that book didn't do much for us anyways, I don't think. Let's see, does he say anything else? No. Alright, and we have a door here that appears to go outside. Okay. Alright, bookshelf. Let's take a look at this one. The plains. Okay, this obviously isn't the one we're looking for. Alright, what about this one? Yep, here we go. Search for information on the captains and lieutenants. Here's something I found. By the later years of the war, before the battle at Ingdal's Arm, House Locke played a pivotal role in the assault into the Yearwood. Captain Locke and his lieutenants Herard Lansing and Hafad Hezket swept to the north along the villages, routing the elves deep into the Yearwood, into the armies of the south, led by Daniela Noon and Lorne Suruman. They had flushed the elves to the west, bouncing them back and forth as they retreated into the armies of Locke. Days before Ingdal's Arm, Brinder moved his troops from the southern Yearwood north, crushing the armies of Noon and Suruman and scattering them north into Ingdal's Arm. While the battle raged with what they thought was the last of the army's resistance at Ingdal's Arm, Brinder brought his army north and pinned them against the coast, decimating the human armies in a single blow. So the other lieutenants were Hezket, Noon, and Suruman, and Locke. I wonder if their bloodlines survived these centuries. Hezket, Noon, and Suruman, those aren't Aglarondan names. I would have recognized them if I had heard them before. But they were all the same rank as Lansing in the armies of Locke, or I should say Bodif the Black. And I guess my name is on the list as well, if I truly am related to Loch Cole, but I'm beginning to have my doubts about everything. Peldor, if those bloodlines survived, we'll need to find out who they are now, and where to find them in the city. Bodif said his work wasn't done. We'll have to find them quickly. Okay. Let's see if the librarian knows anything again.
Hello there.
Yeah, he sure does. I'm looking for some information on what happened to the bloodlines of old Aglaron. Now that's something we have well documented. Some of the council wants to know how pure their human blood is, for whatever reason. This isn't the 950s. But what are we to do? We collect information, not initiate progress. Check the West Wing for important people in history. In old Aglaron, any human to survive the wars that wasn't a foot soldier was considered important to some degree. It was when King Brindor bridged the racial barriers, offering the humans a prominent place in government. How soon we forget. It sickens me as a historian. In my day, we kept quiet about our discontent anyways. These days, the nobles say it in open court. It's absurd. I remember one year... Okay, he's starting to babble again. Alright, back to the West Wing again. Alright, probably this one maybe. Let's check this one. Yep, search for information on the current whereabouts of the bloodlines. Here's some detailed notes on those related to House Locke. Dimitri Lansing, son of Ephagos, son of Benici, son of... This goes on for quite a while. Son of Herard. The records are long and the family tree's complex with intermarriages and such. Eventually, I worked them all out into something that makes sense. The living relatives of Hafad Hezket is Anchor Hephaestus and his family, a relatively inconsequential group of nobles living in Velprintalar. Baird Beacon is the only living relative to Daniela Noon. He has a small house near the market in Velprintalar. Raylene Zuri is the only living relative of Lorne Suramin. She also has a house near the market. At least we know they're all still in the city. No doubt he is tracking these people as we read. He'll be finding them soon, if he hasn't already. Peldor, these people are in terrible danger, and probably don't know it. I don't know who is targeted in the city besides them, but the chances are he'll happen upon them in time. We should try to track them down, and at least warn them. I detest the idea of using them as bait, but we have little choice. I have a feeling no matter how hard we try and hide or protect them, he will stop at nothing to kill them. Peldor, we need to get to them first and protect them. Alright, journal update. Bodif the Black. We figured out Bodif the Black is hunting down the living relatives of his old companions in battle. We figured out the names of these people. Now it's time to see if he got to them yet, or we can cut him off in time. Alright, let's take a quick look through here again. See if there's any other interesting people in here. More scholars. And we're done talking to him. Alright, I might have to come back in here later and see what's going on with the rest of these bookshelves here. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so we gotta find some people's houses. Let's see here. Alright, home of Anchor Hephaestus, that's one of them. Here's a new pin, I think. Home of Raylene Zuri. This one's new too, I think. Home of Baird Bacon. Or Beacon, yeah. We need to check those places out. I guess we can get this one first, since it's right over here. That's it right there. Alright, though, we are running up on time, and we'll handle the rest of this in the next episode. Let's go ahead and do a quick save here.